Welcome back, guys. I'm looking to reach 1,000 subs. Support me by clicking the subscribe button.
Trying to be positive. I mean, after the match, I definitely was struggling in the locker room. I don't like losing.
I couldn't take it anymore. The tennis star who broke down and finally told the world the truth nobody in professional sports ever dares to say. Let me tell you something. 4 words. Just 4 words. And yet they landed like a thunderbolt across the entire world of professional tennis. 4 words that no athlete is supposed to say out loud. 4 words that every sports culture in existence has trained competitors to swallow down, to suppress, to bury somewhere deep beneath layers of composed post-match interviews and generic platitudes about staying positive and trusting the process. 4 words that, when they finally escaped, not planned, not scripted, not calculated for media impact, but just raw and real and honestly human, changed everything about how we need to look at what it actually costs to compete at the highest levels of professional tennis. I couldn't take it anymore. Stop right there. Because before you jump to any conclusions, before your brain starts filing this into whatever category it wants to put it in, I need you to understand what those words actually meant, where they actually came from, and why the explanation that followed them is one of the most important, most honest, most genuinely brave things any professional athlete has said in recent memory. Because this is not the story you think it is. This is not a story about someone quitting. This is not a story about weakness. This is not even a story about one bad match on one difficult day. This is a story about what happens when a human being who has been holding everything together with both hands for a very long time finally reaches the moment when the grip just cannot hold anymore, and then has the extraordinary courage to not only acknowledge that moment publicly but to actually sit down, think it through, and explain it with a level of self-awareness that most people never reach in their entire lives, let alone in the immediate aftermath of a painful competitive loss. So come with me, because we are going to go through every layer of this story, and by the time we are done, I guarantee you are going to feel something you did not expect to feel when you started watching. First, let us establish what we are dealing with, because context matters enormously here. Professional tennis in 2026 is a sport operating at an almost incomprehensible level of psychological intensity. We are not just talking about technical skill and physical conditioning, as staggering as those demands already are. We are talking about a sport where, according to sports psychologists who have spent years studying athlete mental health, players spend more time between points managing their own minds than they do actually hitting tennis balls. Think about that for a second. The average rally in professional tennis lasts just 8 seconds. But the gap between points, the 20 seconds where a player is alone with their thoughts on the baseline, or sitting in their chair at the changeover, or bouncing the ball before a serve, that is where the real match is being played. That internal match, the one that nobody in the stands can see and that the broadcast cameras cannot capture, the one happening entirely inside the competitor's head. And here's what makes professional tennis uniquely brutal among all major sports. You are completely alone out there. There is no teammate to lean on, no coach to call a timeout, no substitute waiting on the bench to give you a breather when the pressure gets suffocating. It is just you, your racket, the court, and every single thought your nervous system is generating under conditions of extreme stress. Sports psychologists who study tennis specifically have noted that this isolation creates a psychological environment unlike almost any other in competitive sports.
Welcome back, guys. I'm looking to reach 1,000 subs. Support me by clicking the subscribe button.